I feel emotional, and happens not so often, a little speechless. How to explain what you did for me? You did by far more for me than what I could do for you. I only could give a small part from me to many of you. But tonight you're showing your respect, and you've given so much of you being here as individuals to me. There is more value than plastic value on Nasdaq. What is value in life? Maybe let me share a little emotion with you. I was always a little isolated from glory. We did what we could do. Even look to Boeing. When we had the Boeing deal, there was not so much room for champagne because the other morning we have to stay up early to work. And to have the room that if you see that the glory, that you should not own the glory, and even Kipling is saying that, and even you have not owned the disasters. And if you do it more from inside and not only for greed, and that is what you show me, because I was able with my many visits, it was always my pleasure. I felt home around you. I could go to every one of you. I could shake hands with every one of you. I was able to sit around you. Not so many executives are able to talk with their best resources is their employees. I was able to be my own around you. Maybe tonight, as a kind of respect for you, I was thinking, okay, let's dress a little more formal for you, as a kind of respect, because you honor me so much. But I believe that was for us a unique element what we built together. You overvalue in what you're saying to me. Some people say you changed my life. Now, you did it, you changed your life. I was able a little to here and there to motivate you maybe a little, to give you the freedom. But what you have given to me, I never have to go with you through numbers, to going, no, otherwise you're fired, and you have to do it. We always could go to, again, opportunities. If you can do it, just do it. And that is maybe an element what is maybe also, I did not learn it from anywhere, from books or anywhere, but it was a little intuitive because, give me a little water. Yeah, okay, I'm sorry. Thank you very much. Okay. It was easy to develop because you guys grew me. I was able to grow with you. What I did every time you learn more, and there was a loyalty, there was an openness, there was warmth, there was maybe more, there was love. We love each other. And then you see the big win. Always I mentioned 1 and 1 cannot be 3. It's 2, or if you do it good, can be 11. And if you combine some things, can be 111. Now that was, when we look back, the real elements, we all could grow. And what gives me now the most pleasure? Seeing you as citizens from India in this huge, big country, over 1 billion, and I came so small my first visit in this huge country, that through you we were able to pay a contribution to this country. That's what you do. You are in a lot of crucial areas where you are respected and were able to grow. And we were, let's be open, when we started, we were like kids. We did some things what was not done before. We always went to places where no one was there before us. And that means one element is there crucial. Quite simple, but quite simple. Not ask your mother, mother may I cannot work with this one. Just do it. You're able to make a mistake. And you can learn a lot from mistakes. And in my opinion, it's common sense. It's not rocket science. That's what we're able to do. And there was also, I should say, maybe one of the uniqueness, there was no politics. We were open to each other. Motivating to each other and respectful to each other over different cultures. And we know human beings are living in different cultures, in different elements. And most people, sometimes they fight, but we are able to have peace, to respect each other, where we differentiate in different areas, but there's also the strengths of variety to do this. If I'm looking back, then again, there's only one thing, what I have to say to you, from the bottom of my heart, thank you very much. Thank you, what you did for me, for my family, but also what you contribute to the Baan company, to Cordes, to Vanenburg. Because even when people ask me, are you a Dutch company? I say, no, we are not a Dutch company, we are an Indian company. And most of my employees were always in India. I did some things a little rare. Ramanath sent me some things, and the invitation, and I took it on my LinkedIn contacts. And again, if I can see it, again, it's still raising up. Now, what I did there a little, let me see, do I have an internet connection or not? There. And I put that in, and again, Srinivas coming in, others coming. You see, only mentioning that we are here tonight, it's take a while, united together. I took the Baan buildings in, and brings us close to 30,000 views. People are aware. I took not the place, otherwise maybe it was totally crowded. But people seeing what we are doing, and that's nice with our network. Now, there is one suggestion what I like to bring to you. There is a tremendous value here in this room. This maybe a network will not appear this evening anywhere in India, in what we have here in this room. We should not take this for granted. We should not let it go too easy. Why should we not work with this? Let's try, not only for tonight, let's use this event, that's again the entrepreneur, use this event of tonight to build a strong network for the future. If you're thinking a little, we can do lectures and ask Dr. Rastogi to go there for 2 days or anywhere and have some things and bring the message over there. We can go to other areas, to companies. I'm now in the heart, and you guys I like to educate you a little. And 15 minutes is a strict 15 minutes, maybe half a minute, but anyway, yours also longer. With Baan, we did unique things. Boeing was our customer, but today it was the first part of building a silo. And do a lot in business, and we built ERP systems, the biggest silo in ERP. Then, although we had the idea everything should belong to ERP. That's the reason we make the mistake, and even we are guilty on that. We call this ERP. Never was later on saying, I do some things more. ERP was only some things in the past. But it was the biggest element for Wall Street. The whole reporting element to Wall Street could be done by ERP, what Boeing did. All the logistics, the balance sheet and everything was there. Then Tom Siebel was saying, no, you're looking to the past. I take a small piece, it's called the customer, and I'm looking a little to the future pipeline. I call it CRM. Good. Then we have PeopleSoft, they call it ERP. It was not ERP, it was HR. They did something in HR and say, we do some things with the human and have another silo. Now some others say, we do some things like CAD, CAM, product lifecycle management, predicted maintenance. We looking, PLM became important. They all became silos and you had only one customer. Then we decided in the 90s, we learned it with them, we should go to the internet. And we came to the conclusion in the end of the 90s, we should have everything in a browser. We should have an XML object who's running in a private public cloud and should everywhere and should be linked together, and there should on the end should have entity modeling, what even the guy is now just doing in chorus, should have entity modeling, should have case management, because ERP is only a transaction, and before a browser, nothing in a browser. We did everything in a browser, great. Second world. And we bring everything to an end-to-end process, one value of the truth, great. And then we ship it, and we make it dead, like it can be dead, we make a PDF out of it. And we call it digital, nonsense. Good. That's where people are now looking for. Bring everything from an enterprise. By ERP, we made 10% maybe more profit. Maybe by operational excellence, having all the processes together, compliance, we make maybe 20% more profit. But in tomorrow's world, we are living in the new browser. Chorus was the second browser, was the first browser where we everything like in a PC. There was no big data, no Internet of Things, but was everything operational excellence. Now we go outside. It's no longer an enterprise. In tomorrow's world, an enterprise is not important. You are important. In tomorrow's world, we will see the knowledge worker. And this knowledge worker will deal with everything in a process called a task. Now, not too much therein. Now, I see a tremendous value in tomorrow's world, what we still are doing already in Comertour and what we built in our Vanenburg software area, where we have some, with Valeo, some apps running with 35,000 users in one app, can run everything. Now, this network could help us. And why I'm saying this one? There's a reason for it. In today's world, we have the frightened five companies who will, and two of them this year can bypass the 1 trillion market cap border. When we started, we were so amazed that Microsoft was a company going to the stock exchange for 1 billion. Now they go to 1 trillion, cannot be controlled longer by government. And 5 companies today have a market cap of $3.6 trillion. And what they're doing? Entertainment. Big money, nothing for the business. Only we can build this bridge. Because the new kids who are dealing by Google have no understanding what ERP means. Maybe only we are able to build the bridge, and this maybe as a symbolic element with this pen, to build the bridge from the old to the new. It's worth to build this network. If you invite me, I will become the first speaker. We can lecture a little, we can do some elements. Could be simple, everyone on his own. Value for each other. Could be once a year, twice a year. Could have a tremendous impact. This room is a tremendous asset for maybe very interesting companies. For maybe very interesting politic leaders. Let's not give up. Let's work together for the future. And again, thank you very much.
We'll spend next 15 minutes sharing experiences of working with Mr. Baan as well as in this company. So I'll just get a mic for you.
Before I start, I just wanted to know how many of y'all here are people who were from Baan, who started with when Baan started? Roughly, raise your hands. Okay, about 40, 50. How many were Forenberg or Vandenberg? Wow, a lot of them, a lot of y'all. And how many Cordis and, okay. So we have a very good gathering of, and open text now, a lot of people. It's my extreme pleasure and honor to be here. The moment Ramnath had called me up that we are going to felicitate Baan, I nowadays live in Amritsar, near Amritsar. I said I have to be there. And it's really that something which, when you relate to experiences, Jan said that he's done nothing, it is all we have done, but actually what little you did has had an impact on many of us. And I can recite for myself, and I just want to share a couple of small anecdotes. One of the things he always mentioned about, he also did today, is about asking your mother for permission, or what he said that, and always used to say that never ask for permission, ask for forgiveness. Never ask for forgiveness, never ask for permission, but ask for forgiveness. And what he meant by that was that, and that was a culture which he created in Baan. And one would think that culture is not by just saying things like this, but is actually, when you talk of culture, culture always comes from the top. And you have to living and embody it in the organization, and he made that happen. And that was, in my view, to experiences I had with him and the company, that we grew organically, we grew because we were given the opportunity, we seized it, and the company led by him recognized that you can do things in your way, but of course you don't lead to chaos. There were controls and other things kept always, but that you had the freedom and you loved, and we all loved to work. And I think that is a very, very important piece of one of the lessons which I learned. Later on, I had in my life other opportunities to be in other leadership positions, and I always, came back to his words about how to use this and take forward in various other companies. Many incidences in Baan India, when we started first, we were the second foreign company in India. Before us, the first was Texas Instrument TI, it was called, in Bangalore. And when we went to the government and tried to figure out how this could be done, people had no clue, even in the government organizations, of how can a foreign direct investment company be, and a software company come to India. Texas Instrument had some other Indian holding that time and did some other things. And here we wanted completely a foreign company. So what I'm saying is that we did, and through his leadership, we did a lot of new things that we did in Baan, and the way we managed to take it forward. Another incident that really comes and to mind is that somewhere during my career in Baan, and I spent about 12 years, which was the prime of my starting my career. So my career started with Baan, actually datamatics for a few months, and then in Baan itself. And whatever lessons I learned in life kind of carried forward. There was a time somewhere in 96, 97, where I was planning again to try to take some next moves within Baan. And we were looking at Singapore as an option because the Asia Pacific was growing. And I already went to Singapore